And I want to thank all the witnesses for testifying today. After hearing all of your testimony, I have a much better understanding of the overview and priorities of this program. I'd like to highlight, however, that has been a recommendation by the National Academy of Sciences, which is that I'd like to see improvements in outreach efforts to women and minority-owned firms. My question is to Mr. Bean, and I think that there are a number of you here who can answer them. I'm going to put all of them out there because time is of the essence here. Mr. Bean, according to a recent EPA press release, there are approximately 22 million small businesses in the United States that have more than 50% of their employees in the private workforce, and they develop the nation's new technologies. The expectation is that many of these new technologies being developed will improve our environment and quality of life. Can you tell me what types of innovative, environmentally friendly technologies are being developed today and that may create jobs and economic growth in the low-income, working-class urban communities similar to my district? I come from Brooklyn, New York. And as a follow-up, how can we encourage the SBIR program to develop partnerships between biotech companies and state university, medical schools, and hospitals, such as the Incubator campus that has been created in my district, which is the SUNY Downstate Medical Center? I heard discussion from Mr. Bean about Norfolk State. And how does this promote more economic development?
Let's see. Do we have about an hour for this answer, or is this? Okay. That's a very big question with a lot of moving parts to it. One of the more interesting companies in the state of Virginia is a company called Luna Innovations, and they've been able to build multiple platforms. They've come up with some very clever nanotechnology using carbon tubes that can be used to help with medical analysis, because these tubes, as I understand, don't stay in the body when you're trying to take various kinds of X-ray or radiographs, which is a dramatic improvement in certain types of medical procedures. They developed some other technology that have to do with helping clean up Chesapeake Bay on the way of treating algae farms and things like that, algae blooms. So there's any number of companies out there that are doing technologies like that. At Virginia Institute of Marine Science, which is a campus of William and Mary, there's some technologies that have been developed to measure some really foul toxins that unfortunately we find around there because of the shipbuilding industries. That it helps assess what that level is and can clean them up. They're in the process of commercializing that product. So there's any number of programs that are going on like that. With regard to programs of Norfolk State, for example, there is an effort going on right now to stand up a center that's going to specialize in transportation issues and other technology issues, and we anticipate that that center will be a place where small companies can come to help get support with the research that they need done, which again ultimately leads to commercialization, hopefully hiring of graduate students, providing them opportunities for employment once they leave the university. So there's any number of things that are going on locally that help support that. Yeah, that's a fairly long question. Did I address all the parts, or is there something?
You got some. I think Dr. Beal and perhaps some of the other members. Yeah, sure. Please,
I think
thank you.
Wonderful thing. One of the great things about biotech, they're really experts of identifying things that develop in academics and try to commercialize it. That's really one of the great resources that biotech really has in terms of moving forward ideas that come out of academics. I'm just looking at our pipeline. I referred to Copernicus, which is in Cleveland. That actually came out of Case Western Reserve University, was the technology. They've licensed it to Copernicus. Obviously, if it's marketed, funds will go back to the university, and this will be leveraged into a continuing investment in the infrastructure of the university that's only going to leverage itself to more employees and continue to grow. And I think this happens all across our spectrum. Just looking here, of the 7 or 8 products that have gotten SBIR support, they originally were in academic institutions identified by the biotech companies and then commercialized through that process. So I think that is one of the real benefits of the SBIR program.
And biotechnology industry organization represents companies outside of healthcare. We're actively involved in safe foods, bioremediation, biofoods, and all these companies are actively involved in developing these new technologies to solve some of the very problems that you brought up. And again, these companies are small. They're 50, 40, 50, 60, 70 people. And because of their capital structure, we can't participate in this program.